Why and when did you begin Zen practice?
Well, I began Zen practice at the age of about 17 or 18 years old, and the reason why was because I had a big question about life and death. I had lost my father at the age of 6, and I always wanted to know, where did he go? And so I was keenly aware of impermanence, and was in search of some sort of method or path to address, what is this, or what am I?
Thank you. What was it about Zen Master Sung Sang's teaching that made you become his student and continue?
Well, I think a couple of things. The first and foremost is his direction was very, very clear. And in all of the years that I knew him, his whole life energy was only for all beings. And I got the honor and the privilege of watching him do that in action day in and day out, and he never strayed from it. So that was really inspiring to me. I also really loved how funny he was, and that drew me to him. He was hysterically funny, and he was a brilliant teacher and had a way of taking all these complicated Buddhist concepts and making them very, very succinct in a very simple but very clear and complete package. And so I felt that he really was the best teacher, and I still feel like he's the best teacher this planet will see for 500 years. I think he's one of those kind of teachers like a Joju or that you only see once every 500 years. He was such a teacher, and so that was really obvious that he would be a good choice to stick with.
Your opinion regarding the importance or relevance of the international mission with a goal to connect more closely various centers of the Quantum School of Zen.
Yeah, that's another thing that I neglected to say about why I was drawn to Zen Master Sung San, because I think we learn from each other, the different cultures, different languages, different ways that we grow up, different ways we see the world. And I got to see a lot of the world traveling with him, and got to meet a lot of different Dharma friends in different countries all over the world, which is an incredible gift. And I think all the people that you could talk to anyone in our school, and they would say, those are the friends that you have and you cherish forever, because you don't forget them. And it's pretty cool to walk into a Zen Center in Spain, or Belgium, or Cape Town, South Africa, or Seoul, Korea, or California, or anywhere, and to be able to put on the same robes and do the same form and chant the same chants, and you're immediately connected with everybody. So, I mean, the obvious reason for the importance of the international teaching is that all beings can benefit from this. It's not unique to any one country, that there is suffering and there is a need for people to learn how to do this practice. And I just think it's important for us to all stay connected as a school. When Zen Master Sung San was alive, he was that great connector. So he was that very charismatic figure that went around and told everybody stories of what was going on in these different countries, and none of us has the time or the energy like he had to really fulfill that, for decades at a time. So it's important that we do it ourselves in whatever ways we can to stick together and to have that worldwide Sangha.
Is there any program, activity that you would like to see more happening in our school globally?
I think that our school focuses on the essentials and the basics of what is Zen. That being the teaching, meditation, residential centers, Kyolche 90-day retreats that we put on in all the different countries twice a year. So the fundamentals are met. The teaching is really solid that we got from Zen Master Sung San, and I'd love to see, if it was at all possible, more international visitors. We do that a lot here at Cambridge Zen Center. We go out of our way to make sure we get lots of international teachers coming through here to try to perpetuate that continuity of you know, if we have Oleg come from Slovakia, or we have Igor come from Poland, or Ola Porter come from Poland, our students get to know them, they get to know her, everybody gets a taste of each other, and they hear stories from those teachers. So we're working hard here at Cambridge, and luckily we're established enough and we have the means to be able to do this, where some of the centers are just a few people, they just started, they may not be able to have that chance. I think technology can help us a lot. I'd love to see us do more with, you know, we had a meeting, our board meeting the other night that we had one member who couldn't be there, we talked to him on the iPad. And I think we could do a lot more with this sort of, we could connect to one another through these streaming videos and teaching online, and our Abbott Tom here has done a terrific job getting a lot of our content up there so that people can see it and we could connect to each other using the technology. I would also like to see on a local level, I think for the last 30, 35 years, 40 years, we've worked so hard to build from scratch this school, set policies, set teaching manuals, build buildings, renovate buildings, set up structures, get students and advertise, all the stuff we've done. And I think now I'd like to see us do more on the streets in the community, like soup kitchens and you know, shelters, and even things like trash pickup after a storm, or the things that other religions do in our culture. I know we here at Cambridge Zen Center are starting to do that, which makes me really proud with the meals that we're delivering and things like that. But I think it would give some visibility to us, and some people might be able to be introduced to us if they saw us out there doing some of this stuff a little bit more like other groups do. So I'd love to see some more community-based programs develop, and I think they will. I think they will, as we've gotten established and we now have room to breathe and the basics are handled, we can then start to do more outreach and other things like that.
One more. How to connect with young people today with Dharma?
Yeah, this seems to be a big question nationwide. We are blessed here at Cambridge Zen Center. We had a Dharma talk tonight. The room was full of young people. That helps a lot that we're in a town with 108 colleges, and we're between two famous ones, MIT and Harvard, so we get a lot of the students that come from there. But it is true for the longer retreats, you'll often see what they call like the graying of Buddhism, or you'll see a lot of the people that had access to those first generation teachers like Zen Master Bon Yeon and his contemporaries like Mahagosananda and other people like that are still continuing, but I think we need to do a little bit more, not necessarily here in Cambridge because we don't have that problem here so much, but maybe shorter programs. Like one of the things we do here that works really well is the one-day college retreats. And young people come because they know it's all young people, and they come because it's short. And I think young people are busier than we used to be as far as all of the demands made upon them. And so maybe those shorter programs, going into the colleges, going into the high schools. Right now in the United States, there's a huge movement of teaching meditation in the elementary schools. There are a lot of famous movie stars like Goldie Hawn and all these people that are doing a lot of work getting mindfulness meditation and other meditations into the schools. You can see it on Facebook, you can see it online. The kids sitting there before class in Hong Kong, they're sitting there and, you know, they're doing a program in Lawrence right now using our school's teaching. It's a pretty tough high school. They're using 100 Days of Solitude. They have the meditation cushions, and these are kids you wouldn't think would be drawn to meditation at all. So the kids are open, and they're definitely willing and able and interested to sit. And I think you see the people that are teaching, you know, mindfulness-based programs, and you know, some people in this room could speak to that. We could do that too. Go right into the schools. I mean, we're clearly doing it in the colleges here. But just finding those young people directly and giving them a chance to feel like they have a good access and good support, and having some younger teachers too will help.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.